Hi guys, I'm Darren Ambrose and this is my hair inspo. Okay, number one on your bucket list. Okay, for me, I think number one would be to hire an American convertible vintage car and drive from California to Vegas. I just think that would be really cool and just kind of chill out, no worries, do you know what I mean, and just have a good time. If you could trade lives with anyone for one day, who would it be with? Oh, that's a really good question. Do you know what I think would be really quite amazing? It's going to sound a bit stiff, but they are amazing people. I wouldn't mind being a surgeon. Do you know what I mean? Open someone up. Yes, cut someone open. Not in a horrible way, but in a kind of saving life way. You've got someone that's going to snuff it and you help them. It's great. Your favourite piece of art? Favourite piece of art? Jackson Pollock, I love. Purely because of the freedom. Even though there's a methodical pattern in his work, I love the way he's used his fingers and brush strokes and everything, and layered and layered and layered. And actually when you look at them, you stand back because they're on big canvases, they give you a multitude of creative inspiration. I think for me at the moment, he's a cool artist. Which Instagram account do you follow religiously? Who would I follow? Well, follow loads of designers. Gucci, Chanel, Dior, ID Magazine, Dazed, all of those guys. I kind of like to tap into people that are like us all, creatively minded, but show something a little bit different, a little bit off the wall, different slant on something. And sometimes, quite often, even though I'm in the industry and I wouldn't do anything else, sometimes quite often not to do with the industry. Do you know what I mean? Like something a bit out of the box. Just so that it gives you something else going on in your head, really. Do you have any hobbies? Hobbies? Do you have any hobbies? No, because I work far too hard, like a lot of you guys, and I don't have any, but I should have. Actually, the one hobby maybe I do have is I do canvases now and again, like art, painting. Still love doing that. Kind of chills you out. Always with a glass of wine though, very necessary, and some good music. Do you have a hair hero? Yes, of course. If I take myself back to my younger days when I was in my teens, late teens, early 20s, massive one then was Robert Lebetta, because for me, he was the one that tapped into my out-of-the-box experience. Like, he just stretched things then that kind of got my head thinking, and I used to find him very inspirational. And I still do. I think he's a great guy. You know, he's kind of got that groundedness, but also I love his head and his mindset, and he's a bit off the wall. It's great. What's your favourite place? I would say, if you're talking about a city, I would say Barcelona or Barcelona. I love that place. It's really cool. It's got everything. Love the art, love the beach, love the life, love the restaurants, love the bars, clubs, all that stuff. So it's got a bit of everything for you. Which of your hair creations make you the most proud? For me, the hair pictures that I produced was in 2015 when I won British. That was just something where something happened with Jenny Hands and Jenny Frost, Mary Jane, for doing makeup. We all connected. It was magic that happened, and it was just great. I think that's a great one to look at. Who is your biggest inspiration? Do you know what? I think my biggest inspiration for me has to be, and this is going to sound a bit cheesy, but it has to be my wife and my kids. Because when your kids are young, they've got no fears and no kind of barriers. And then what you've got some balls, do you know what I mean? They can get out there and do their thing and just enjoy stuff. And I love watching them at that point. You know, and you take yourself back to that point and you can do so many things. You still can as an adult, but we tend to have maybe dealt with things along the way that stop us. But if you kind of tap into their mindset, I think they're so cool, and that's a really big inspiration. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching my hair inspo. It's Darren Ambrose if you'd forgotten. And thank you. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's cool.